welcome back to my channel. This is a very special vlog for me because it is relocation vlog. I moved from Nigeria to Canada and I'm happy that I filmed this video for you guys. So sit back and enjoy. I hope that you find this vlog interesting. Of course you would. So on this day, we left the house at 1 p.m. even though our flight was for 7 p.m. just in case there is any form of delay, that traffic or airport delay will just be right on time. Anyway, there was no delay, the road was smooth and we got to the airport in good time. And pardon me, I'll be using we and I interchangeably because I relocated with my twin sister. So I'm saying we because we were two. So yeah, we got to the parking lot and we decided to, offload the car and, share some hugs and pecs and, it was time to get to work. So we started to drag our boxes to the departure lounge. To be very honest, I was very, very much impressed when I got to the airport on this day because I have been here a couple of times and it didn't look this neat and put together. When I got here, I was very impressed. I was like, this is looking nice. I think they renovated the whole thing, and in this part of the airport it was only Qatar airline that was there, so it was not really crowded. If you are planning to travel, I suggest that you get a hand scale to weigh your boxes before you leave your house, and so that you avoid having to open the whole box, taking out your pound or yam or your clothes or whatever at the airport. So here we went to the desk and they asked for our international passport, enrollment letter and tuition deposit receipt. So we had some time to sit with our family members until after about 2 hours it was time to board, to say our final goodbye, and we left them. So we decided to go and eat at KFC just in case the food on the flight was not palatable. So we ate at KFC, and while we were eating they announced that it was time to board, and we stood up and hurried to our to our flight to go on board. And to be honest, if I would rate Qatar airline overall, I would give them a solid 9/10, and that's because the food was on point, the service was great, everything was good. The only issue I had with them was that the leg room in this first flight was quite small, so it was not really comfortable. It was not the best. So that's why I'm giving them 9/10, but everything else I really enjoyed it. So I was just looking around and I was like, okay, so this is the flight that's going to take us from Lagos to Qatar to Doha. Doha is in Qatar. I don't know if it's Qatar that's in Doha, but you shall get the point. And it was supposed to be for 8 hours, and after then we'd have a layover of 2 hours. So final video and picture in our home country. Thank you for taking care of us for 24 years. And final video of our beloved Lagos airport before the flight began. And I said, let me check their screen, and I was scrolling. Okay, what do they have here? What can we have? I saw their games, but I didn't see any game that was familiar here except Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. And I said, let me check their movies as well. Okay, which one can I watch? I think there are a lot of options, but I said let me play Who Wants to Be a Millionaire first, for the culture. And then I watched King Kong. I watched King Kong when I was a lot younger, and I decided to watch it again because why not? So they brought in these snacks and the first meal. Oh my god. When they brought the meal, I was already like, okay, let's see what they have to offer. And I opened the food and I saw that it was, of course, they asked us that, do you want rice? I can't remember the other options, but I was just focused on the goal. I want rice and chicken, please. So they gave us jollof rice and chicken. When I opened the jollof rice, I knew that it was going to slap. I was like, jollof rice, oh my nice. And you can tell from the video that it tasted very nice. And I finished it, of course. Then they brought this thing. I think it's called couscous. When I saw it, I was like, Kitun Lele you, but I already determined in my head that I was going to taste every single thing they gave us on that flight, and not just assume that it was not nice because it didn't look good. I tasted this thing. It was horrible. I wanted to puke. I covered it immediately. I said, no, I'm not gonna do this. So I opened the chocolate cake and I was like, I hope that this thing tastes like what it looks like. And then I tasted it, and it was very nice. It was nice. I gave it a thumbs up, and then I took my orange juice and I drank it. They will ask you what drink you want, and I always asked for orange juice because you can never go wrong with orange juice if you ask me. So I ate my bread as well. Oh my god, it was nice too. It was a bit warm, and I enjoyed it. I had to finish it on the spot. Then I watched Encanto. This is not the first time I'm watching it, but I decided to rewatch it because I prefer to rewatch movies than watch a new one. And I said, let me check outside though. Where are we now? Although on the screen you can see how much progress you have made and how many hours you have left to land. But I still say, let me open the window. And then I listened to Mercy Chinwo's album. Oh, it was nice. And they brought this snack. It was bread with like scrambled eggs in between. I didn't really like it. It made me feel nauseous, so I just covered it. And then we landed at Doha, and I was happy. I was like, finally we can touch the ground after 8 hours. The layover here was pretty short. It was less than 2 hours, so we didn't sit for long before it was time to board again to Canada. So it was Lagos to Qatar, from Qatar to Canada, Montreal in Canada. So this was like the flight that was taking us to Montreal, and it was a 13-hour flight. And I was looking at this one too, that is the leg room okay? And it was very comfortable. Then they brought our first meal, rice. I asked for rice and chicken again, and when I saw this rice I was like, it will be nice. As you can see, it was nice. I finished it. And then they brought this thing. It tasted like chicken pie. I loved it. I finished it as well with like orange juice. I took orange juice like how many cups? I can't even remember. Then I said, let me check outside again. Hey, what is happening outside? Let me see. But of course you can't see anything. So I was just enjoying the beauty of the creation of God. And I was like, God did create Sha. Apart from the fact that my beauty is a testament to that, look at the sky. Oh my god. Then they brought this meal about 2 hours before we landed, and it also tasted really nice. It was rice with chicken and broccoli. And of course I finished the rice and the chicken, but I did not eat the broccoli because broccoli looked like trees. They look like short trees and they tasted like it, so I just left it for them. So we were about to land here, and I was so happy. I was like, finally, after 13 hours we can touch the ground again. And we landed in the beautiful city of Montreal, and I was so happy. We're finally in Canada after leaving the house for how many hours ago. I was like, at last you can breathe. They didn't clap here the way Nigerians used to clap when they land, but it's fine. Anyway, after we left the plane, there were signs all over the airport to direct you to where you should go to. So we were just following the signs, went to the arrival part, and then we were trying to look for where immigration was so that we could do all the checks, answer all the questions and all. So here there is like a screen where you can scan your passport. If you have filled your ArriveCan is an app that you download about 72 hours before you land to just do your, I think, declaration. I'm not sure what it is called now, but we already filled that one from Nigeria. I think the day we were to travel, the day before. And when we got there, we just scanned our passport, and then he printed out like a slip for us. And so it was time to face immigration. And immigration was pretty chilled. It was like a walk in the park. They just asked few questions, accommodation, do you have somewhere to stay, what course are you studying, and all those kind of questions. Then we decided to change money at the airport. The exchange rate was terrible, but we had to do what we had to do, and we ate Subway. You know, we had like, I had fish and tuna. I said fish and tuna, bread and tuna, and you know, hot chocolate from I think Tim Hortons. And it was time to fly to our final destination. And I was like, I can't wait to be done with flying. Oh my God, who would have thought that flying would be this stressful? How do birds do it? I'm joking, but you know, I was already tired at this point, and it was in the night. And we finally landed at our final destination. Thank you for watching, guys. I really enjoyed filming this video. Please consider subscribing, and I'll see you in another vlog. Bye.